In this video, we're going to discuss about multi-dimensional arrays in Java. We're just going to learn about the basics of multi-dimensional arrays. If you haven't checked the 1D array video, please do check it out. So let's get started. Multi-dimensional arrays are simply array of arrays. In single one-dimensional array, we have stored the whole data in rows, but in the multi-dimensional array, we're storing the data in rows and columns. It is like matrices. We store the data in form of matrices. If you've studied matrices, if you've had any idea of matrices, then it would be very easy to understand this multi-dimensional array. Or else also it is very easy to understand. It's not a very difficult thing. So in order to store this, we initialize it this way. So these boxes which we can see here, these are the dimensions. For the single dimensional array, we only kept single box. For the two-dimensional array, we keep two boxes. For the three-dimensional array, we keep three boxes. But right now we're not going to discuss about three-dimensional array because we rarely use that. So for two-dimensional array, we keep two boxes here, and then this is the name of the array, and this is the data type. So this is how we initialize the array. So now let's talk about the size of multi-dimensional array. Size is nothing but the total number of elements which we can store inside that array. If we have taken this example, so here there are 10 rows and 20 columns. So 10 into 20, 200 elements can be stored inside this array. Let's look at this multi-dimensional array on our Eclipse IDE. So we'll create one array. Int, since it's a two-dimensional array, we're putting these two boxes. Let's name it as A. Int A equals. We'll create the array in a default manner. As we have done the same thing for one-dimensional array, we'll do it for two-dimensional array. This is how we do it. So we'll create the array as 1, 2, 3, comma 4, 5, 6, 9, comma 7. So this is the array we have created. I'm putting this like this so that it will be convenient for you to understand. This will be stored like a matrix. So that is, I'll explain you that part. So first let's print this out. Let's print out any element in this. For example, I'll print out A of For example, I wanted to print out the element 0, the element which is in 0th row and 0th column. The indexing starts from 0, so I wanted to print the element which is in 0th row and 0th column. So if I click print, it is showing 1. So this is the one which is stored in 0th row and 0th column. Now let us visually see how the elements are stored in a multi-dimensional array. So it is stored in a tabular form. Whatever multi-dimensional matrix we write, it will be stored. The two-dimensional matrix will be stored in a tabular form, which consists of rows and columns. So we have in the before thing, we have printed out an element which is in row 0 and column 0. So this is the place where that element is stored. So in the similar way, we can print out any element we want using this way. So the indexing starts from 0. That's why row 0, row 1, row 2, column 0, column 1, column 2. This one indicates the row and this indicates the column. So row 0 and column 0, the element is located here. Row 0 and column 1, the element is located here. And the similar way, all the elements are located. So if we look about the before example, the row 1 column, here the numbers are from 1 to 3. Actually it should be from 0, it should be written as 0, 1, 2. So A00, 1 is placed in A00, in 0, 1, 2 is placed, the similar way all the numbers are placed. 4, 5, 6, 7. So in this way we can locate an element in a two-dimensional array. Now we will write a program where we can access all the elements using for loop in a multi-dimensional array. So for that we need to first create a two-dimensional array. Int a equals, we create a very simple array 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. So we've created an array. Now let's write the for loop. For int I equals 0, I less than 3. Since there are since the number of rows are 3, so we are mentioning 3 there. I less than 3, I plus plus. Another for loop. So this is a nested for loop which we are writing. One is for the rows and the other is for the columns. I'll explain once I finish the code. J equals 0, j less than 3, j plus plus. This out. We need to print out a of I comma j. Some gaps between. As you can see, it has printed all the elements here starting from 1 to 9. So what I've done here, I've written the array, and then this first for loop, the I loop, is for to print all the elements inside the rows, and the second one which I wrote is to print all the columns. I equals 0, I less than 3, I plus plus. So there are as there are 3 number of rows, it is gonna print 3, and inside these 3 rows it is gonna print j equals 0, j less than 3, j plus plus. So there are 3 elements inside, like there are 3 columns here, so there are 3 elements inside each row, so all the 3 are gonna get printed. And we have mentioned a of ij, so it is gonna print this array. If we have to print this in matrix form, simply we need to remove this ln here and we need to place a new line. So if we remove this ln, everything gets printed in a straight line, and after the loop runs once, it is going to print the other one in a new line this way. See, 1, 2, 3 is one loop. After that, it's going to print a new line 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is how we can print all the elements using for loop. By now, you might have got a basic idea of 1D arrays and 2D arrays. If you have any suggestions or queries regarding this video, please do ping me on my Instagram handle or comment in the comment section below. Thank you everyone for watching this video. Please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. We'll meet in the next one.